Welcome and greetings, namaste everyone. This is Hilton Milan. Thank you for tuning in to Divine Times. I'm here with our guest Stephen and our special guest Anthony Internicola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, this is a first political interview for us, and even though it's not about politics, you know, you've expressed to me since when I first met you about 3/4 of a year ago, through some men's work, you know, and there's lots of men's work going on the planet, you know, to heal the wounds that men have, so that we can be honoring men, you know, that are honoring to our families, you know, our significant others, you know, our wives, our children, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, everyone. And I've seen your work and the beginnings of your work through that. They call you Phoenix.
Yes.
Can you tell us why that is?
I went through a huge roller coaster in my life,
Yes.
and started when I was young,
Mm-hmm.
and
But you're still young.
well, I am 42, all right? So
Yes.
I feel 32, and I have a long story,
Yes.
but start off from September.
Yes.
I went rock bottom, and I met the best group ever. And I became the human that I always wanted to be. And now I recognized at one time, the fire talked to me. I was at a circle of fire,
Yes.
and I just went
Like
on
a
my
campfire.
It was a campfire,
Yes.
right? And I went on my knees, and the fire just bloomed.
Yes.
And everybody just put their hands on me, and they called me the Phoenix.
And Anthony, look at the picture.
Wild.
There's the world speaking to you.
Yep.
And they all put their hands upon you and called you the Phoenix.
Yes.
Brotherly love.
Yes.
Divine love.
And now I want to give back.
Yes.
I want to help man and woman
Yes.
become the human that they were born to be.
Yes.
It's not all about man, it's women too. They deserve it as much as we deserve it.
Maybe even more. They brought us all on, you know, every one of us have a mother that, you know,
Yeah.
actually a mother and
Oh,
father. Equality.
Like, I believe when they're pregnant, it's not 50-50, it's 75% for them, right? So,
Yeah, they're doing the
you
majority
know,
of the work.
we have to run around and,
We have to support them, and like, you know, like,
Yeah.
without them, we couldn't carry on the race.
of course, right? So,
We're indebted.
yeah. And I love to serve my people.
Yes.
It's the people's vision,
Yes.
people's voice.
Yes.
And city councils, they've lost that. They're thinking of their own heads, and instead thinking of the people that vote for them.
Mm-hmm.
I have
So
a lot of
you're applying to be elected into Toronto City Council.
Yes.
In the upcoming elections.
Yes.
Have you been a politician before, or you're a new politician?
I'm a new politician. I ran against can I say his name?
Ah,
Okay, Norm Kelly.
Yes.
4 years ago.
Yes.
I wanted to pick the hardest
The
person.
heart, yeah, Norm's a force.
And he's 6', right? So
Yes.
So I picked him because
What a wonderful way to learn.
the education that I learned by running against him,
Yes.
it was phenomenal. All right.
You've actually met him, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Tell us about that.
It was an excellent experience. I met him a few times.
Yes.
But he was, you know, waiting for me for a coffee, have a coffee, sit down coffee. And after 2 years that we discussed about that, so I finally met him a month ago.
Yeah.
And he was so proud of me. I could see it in his face. I felt like he was like a grandfather, an uncle to me,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And he inspired me. He put more flame in towards me. And
Even though you competed against him,
yeah,
and he's an established, you know, almost legendary politician of service and mindfulness. And he actually brought you under his wing, and
well, he's not underneath. I'm not underneath his wing exactly.
No,
Yeah, it's just like
he's encouraged you.
he encouraged me.
Perfect.
He doesn't like endorsing nobody. He likes
Yes.
to. He likes to be fair.
Yes.
And I respect him with that.
Uh huh.
And I'm just looking at the phoenix here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it touches me a lot because I've been through a lot.
You've come through some dark times and dark
Yeah.
experiences and interpretations.
Yeah, I have. I'm a survivor from,
Yes.
from the gatehouse.
Yes.
I've learned a lot through them too.
Yes.
I'm with two amazing groups,
Yes.
and wow, now I need to give back.
Mm-hmm. So you've been a survivor of some abuses in your life that are can be challenging to work through.
Yeah, it was blocking me
Mm-hmm.
with life,
Yes.
giving me a lot of doubt. My inner child voice was locked up for the longest time.
Was it angry or sad? Or?
It was sad and angry.
Mhm.
There was angry times too.
Yes.
So I was the victim, and I started victimizing the people I love. Right?
And when you say that, is that your parents or do you have family? What's your experience? Please tell us a bit about yourself,
Well,
as you wish.
I don't want to go too deep, but all right.
Yeah.
All I can say, I am a survivor,
Yes.
and I'm also a like survivor within my own soul, becoming the man that I was born to be. Because I went through a whole big roller coaster. Because the school system used to label me, I have dyslexia, I'm illiterate. So they used to register that in my head. Instead of registering in my head, I can do it. I can manifest anything, but
Yeah, you
Did-
speak well, you present
oh,
well.
that's
so-
me now. Because
Yes.
I'm with Toastmasters, right?
Yes.
All right, and the amazing woman group
Yes.
that bring me up,
Mhm.
and when I'm falling down, and
You know, this picture doesn't look like a survivor. That looks like a real thriver.
oh, he is, yes, just like me, like the way I feel right now, like.
There's no victim there.
No.
Not even a volunteer. It's a transformer.
Well, that's why I'm saying I'm not a victim anymore. I'm a
Yes.
survivor,
Yes.
and I want to start my own outreach program
Mhm.
with other members.
Yes.
I want to help men and women
Yes.
getting out the sinkhole,
Yes.
and I want to help my community get in their word and their vision delivered instead a thought,
Mhm.
because people talk to their counselors or MPs or MMPs, and they always say, yeah, okay, we'll try. Try. Right? You gotta do it.
Yes.
Like, push their vision and let it happen. Like, they have a message,
Mhm.
all right, and their message they want to pass it, and they want it. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied right now.
It's all good. You know, in your service,
Yeah.
in your desire now to serve, lead as a political representative, a councillor in Toronto Council, so there's the whole man is showing up there. It's not just business for you, it's life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's life. It's not only about business.
Serving people.
Well, there is competition going against me. You need gas. You're not going to win because you don't have the money. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need this job. Of course I do. I have an autistic child. All right. I have two little girls.
Yes.
Right. And it's not only because of that. I just like to serve. I like to serve my community. I know I have the voice
Yes.
to challenge and to make things happen and get it delivered, pass their message across. Just like there's a lot of issues that needs to be covered up and delivered. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah, this is good.
Yes.
Like you see the flames there. Well, that can be a phoenix. It can also be a sword, and a sword has to be tempered, and you're being tempered. And your motivation, your intent, is to serve the people around you, to serve your constituency. And whatever way you express that is not as important as the intent to serve. And there's nothing like somebody new coming on the scene. You know, they're fresh. They're ready for something new. Because some people have been in office for a certain length of time and they speak fluently, but they are locked in a certain state of mind and they can't serve anybody anymore. They're doing their best. I myself have experienced where new people come in and they say things that astound me. They sound like me when I was back at their age. But somehow I have a crust on me now. And the new people, whatever difficulties they go through, whatever those may be, they can rise above them because their matrix, their intent is to serve. And when you serve, then you're part of divine times. Because what you give to others, you receive yourself. There's a circle going on.
Yes.
So don't worry about whatever you think you're supposed to say, or don't worry about how you express it, because your being emanates. And that's what people truly respond to.
They want to be listened to. They want their message to go across and listen. Like, I'm an awesome listener.
If this is you now,
Wow, that is me.
or a representation of you,
Well, I have the phoenix tattooed on my back. That's the only tattoo I have on my body because the transformation I've been through.
yes,
And wow,
you seem rather radiant when you smile. What is that? Is that hope, or is it faith,
no,
or what?
it's energy.
It's energy, yes.
Yeah. And hope. There's no hope.
Yes.
You know, hope is just the thought.
Yeah. But then there's practice and planning and action.
Yes. All right. I love connecting to my higher energy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I manifest every morning. I meditate.
Mm-hmm. How do you meditate?
I listen to a video on YouTube
Yes.
and I put my headsets on.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's not raining, of course today it's raining, but I like to go in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Sun is the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just close my eyes and I stand up or kneel down and play that YouTube going on in my ears, and it tells me to connect on one thought.
Mm-hmm.
What do I really want?
Yes.
And my highest vision is to serve the people and serve my little children too.
Yes.
All right? Of course, my children come first, but I got to set up a legacy, and they're going to see the biggest legacy ever. Nobody's going to ever forget about Anthony Trinicola.
You say that in a very positive way. That's the intent we're looking for. Everybody's looking for.
I'm going to serve you well.
What would you like all of us to remember you for? What are some of the highlights of this?
Well, first
this
of all, my
career?
smile. All right?
Okay. Look, even
I
with limited sight, I'm catching that those pearly whites radiating. Just glimpse of it in a moment, but I can hear it in your voice and vibration. And it's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
handsome. It's just lovely.
And just right now, I'm growing.
Yes.
And I'm growing, to this, the phoenix, right?
Mhm.
I am the phoenix already, right? It's just,
Yes.
I'm on the path of reborning, and part of my reborning, getting elected to City Hall.
Yes.
And,
And you will. Because you
well,
will.
I am.
And you are. It's already
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what my video says in the morning.
Yeah, because once you set up the intent, you've already taken possession of where you're going.
Yeah.
Now, it may not go in a straight line, but it doesn't matter how it goes, you get there. And
You're developing momentum by your daily commitment and
Yeah.
vision.
I just need to ask for help for my campaign.
Yes.
I gotta set up a fundraiser that I don't know to do, unfortunately, but I will get that done. And
Well, let's explore. Maybe we can help do that here at the studios of that channel.
okay,
So that'll be another conversation. Our hosts are just lovely here. On just towards why I think you're so qualified to do this. you know, you haven't come off the back of a pickup truck. You actually had an entrepreneurial career, some type of an agency.
Yes.
Could you tell us a bit about that and what you learned by that and why that happened and why it worked, or if it did?
13 years ago,
Yes.
I ran an agency, modeling and talent agency.
Yes.
The reason why I started is because I was sick and tired of agencies abusing their talent to get to the top.
Yes.
So, and I had an eye of talent.
And beauty.
Yeah, a lot of beauty.
Yeah.
And
So these were models?
well, beauty could come in towards towards man and woman,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And I had an awesome eye, right, when it came to modeling, right?
Yes.
And wow, I miss my agency. I'm going to reopen it.
Yes.
Yeah, I am. And now I want to get into talent too, because talent, everybody has a chance,
Yes.
right? When it comes to modeling and runways, you know, there's certain scenarios that you gotta pick, right?
Yeah.
Looks-
certain
looks,
certain
height,
parameters that,
you know what I
that
mean?
fit for, you know, all the runways or photography or,
Yes,
you know, different kinds of events.
everybody has a dream, but
Yes.
it doesn't matter how you look.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I want my talent agency back.
Yes.
And I'm going to run it, but I'm going to have somebody run it for me for 2 terms,
Mm-hmm.
because my biggest, highest dream is to be in city council. And
For 2 terms, so that's 8 years
8 years.
that you want to serve, and what are some of the differences you plan, intend to make in city council?
I want to get things done. Like
Such as?
Oh, there's like potholes, a lot of
Yes.
potholes in my ward
Mhm.
that I'm running for. It used to be called Ward 44 just recently.
Yes.
Doug Ford just trumped us, but I agree. I totally agree, because it is a circus in there.
Right.
It's the biggest circus, but democracy counts. The people should have chosen it. Not in the middle of the election. I disagree what he did there. I do agree with his policy, why he's in ways of life.
Yes.
I totally agree. Like, but I'm not afraid. I'm not a quitter. So I'm going. My ward is to become Scarborough North.
Yes.
Ward 23, and I'm going to sign up Monday morning. I'm going to be there 8:00. Right. So I want to serve my community. It's in me. It's just like, there's a lot of like infrastructures. I could start mentioning so many things. Like Scarborough wants their subway, and they deserve to have it. And it's been prolonged. We've been getting treated like, you know, like babies. Like, okay, we're gonna do it. We're not. This is what happens in City Hall. It's like big circus. Like Doug Ford is right. If there's 25 heads, you know, we have 25 MPs, 25 MMPs, all right? Things will work the way they're supposed to work. Because now I got to only report to 2, 1 MP and MMP. Before, I would have to report to a bigger side of the concept, right?
Yes, yes.
Now I'm only going to report to 2 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus the mayor and the prime minister and the premier, all right? So,
Really making a difference right in our local community.
yeah, so the difference for me between me and another politician, right? They know how to talk.
Yes.
Like they go to school to get the political ways of talking, and I'm just me speaking from my heart, and
Yes.
I am going to deliver. That's for sure. So it's not exactly. It is my vision. My vision is to bring out the people voice, the people's vision. That's my vision. My vision is not to fix what I want to fix. So if you lived in my community, I want to listen to you. I want to know what you want me to change. And I will do my best to get it changed, right?
That's the only thing we can count on is
Yeah.
change. So why not embrace it and actually, you know, evolve it? And it seems that you're doing that. Stephen, can you imagine anything that is available for us to give or you to give that we can just share with Anthony? Or
Okay, there seems to be a predominant theme with Anthony.
Yes.
With his agency, he didn't want people exploited. He wanted them represented.
Even protected and honored.
Oh, I used to protect them very well.
And now the same thing with your political outlook. His political outlook has the same motivation.
Yep.
You know, this is evident when you look at Anthony. So whatever way he expresses himself, he expresses himself.
Yes.
But the basic Anthony is one that will serve his community and serve his agency and do everything to the best of his ability.
So
And
you have at
Anthony's
least
ability.
you
Hold one second.
have a decade of service, 2 terms, and other decades, to carry on in whatever your entrepreneurial legacy is going to be.
Oh, yeah, my agency,
Yes.
right after.
In divine times, if we were to find something that could somehow contribute to Anthony, what would you love to explore or express?
Oh, what I would do with Anthony, what I would do is I'd try to find himself, help him find himself from that inner core that's Anthony, and begin to build things that he believes in, because the inner core is good. Now he can build a way of presenting what he says and how he says it, and polish it, and project a certain image. But behind the image, he must be authentically himself. And so you build layers of Anthony, and so that he can contact the world in such a way that they sit up and take notice. And I would begin with divine times. What are you as a spirit first? Then as a mind, then as the emotions, then as a body, then as a person that lives in this physical environment. And I would want you to start acting from that highest part of yourself through the mind body into the environment. So when people look at you and hear you, you're speaking to them. And as being the phoenix that's burned to ashes, cleansing ashes, now you rise as a servant of humanity.
Yep.
And holding that image of what you are, and then presenting yourself in that world, people will recognize you for what you are, and they'll vote for you. And it's like not everybody is going to be able to recognize you, but the fact that you're speaking authentically and resonating, you'll become like a tuning fork, and you'll hit that sound, and all the other tuning forks that can recognize that frequency will begin to vibrate with you. And those will be the people that support you and allow you in your manifestation and allow you to get better at what you do. So if I was going to be promoting you, it would be from the inside into the outside, so that you walk in grace. Because we're all given grace.
Yep.
And you've been given that. And the phoenix, that symbol, is a symbol of grace. So you will manifest it.
How do you feel about all of that, Anthony?
Feels good. I like to hear all the time.
I can see that for you, and if I'm imagining this correctly, I think this is some of our wonderful Toronto towers, and
Yes.
is that the CN Tower?
No.
Oh.
It's just, I don't know exactly what building's there.
All right,
This building.
all right. Chris, there was a previous shot. Yes,
Oh,
this.
there we are.
And here, I think this is our city hall. Am I mistaken, or is that
No,
the Sky Dome?
That's the Sky Dome.
All right.
Rogers Center.
Rogers Center. All right.
That's the CN Tower.
And the CN Tower. All right. So we've got some bright lights.
Those
we've got
are
some darkness.
infinity towers there.
Yes. So we've got some illumination happening.
Yes.
And it seems to me that with you as this shining phoenix, you're going to bring some illumination to
Just like
our
my head.
city and our municipalities and to our lives, to those that have the privilege of coming to know you. I so thank you for spending some time with
Thank
us
you
in
for
Divine
having me.
Times. Anthony and Nicola, to the greatest service of all,
Thank you.
your life. And Stephen, thank you. Everyone,
My pleasure.
thank you for tuning in. Especially remember, tune into your divine times. Let your divine shine. Hilton Milan. We'll see you in the light.